Hey, you. Welcome to the Christian Life Coaching Podcast for Weight Loss. I'm so excited that you are here. Hey, you, and welcome to the podcast. So, I want to share with you 10 of the best ways that you can start losing weight this week. Okay, so I don't know how you normally listen to the podcast. Maybe you listen in your car or however, whatever. But you're going to want to write down what I'm sharing with you today. Because what I'm sharing with you today could be the very thing that you have been praying for to help you to get unstuck and out of your way so that this could be the year that you actually lose weight. Okay, so there's no fluff. I just want to dive in. I just want to help you, right? So these are all super simple things, but what I want to impress upon your heart is that they are simply not easy. You need to know that. Nobody ever told me on my weight loss journey to expect it to be hard. And so I'm telling you right now at the very beginning that it's going to be hard. Here's the first thing to do. All of these are going to be hard. Be okay with that. The first thing is you need to start eliminating sugar. This is the thing that is keeping you from losing the weight. You need to start examining the amount of sugar that you are consuming on a daily basis. You might not even realize how much it's in the pasta sauce, how much it's in all of it. It's in the bread, how much it's in all of the things. Start eliminating sugar. When you work with me in the Seeker's Method, and even in the comeback, to be honest with you, I spill all the beans in the comeback. I give you the progressive way to eliminate sugar so that you can actually do it with great success. And what you need to know about eliminating sugar is you can do this. You need to set your mind on the fact that it's going to be hard. It's only hard at first, right? A lot of people don't know this about me, but I have not had sugar in 5 years. And guess what? I'm still here living to tell about it. I have completely survived and I've come out on the other end. And it is so profoundly worth it because now I actually have discernment at a level that I did not have. Spiritual discernment at a level I did not have when I was eating sugar. There is life on the other side of sugar. So just trust that. You've got to start eliminating sugar. And so these 10 tips that I'm about to share with you, these things could change your life. I encourage you to lean into them and know that you will begin to find your transformation. So let me jump over to number 2. The second one is swap it till you drop it. Now, if you're a client of mine, you've heard it 1,000 times, but it is the single biggest difference maker to weight loss success. Find swaps for your favorite snacks and meals, and then swap it till you drop it. Do it gradually. This is the first thing I introduce to you when you jump in and work with me in the Seeker's Method. So, you know what? In fact, even at the end of this podcast, in the show notes of this podcast, I am going to give you my favorite swap, okay? It's the only way I can get something free to you with you being on the podcast. I'm going to give you my free recipe to my favorite swap for coffee creamer. So go to the show notes and you'll find the recipe for my favorite coffee creamer. Okay, here's the other thing I want to say about swaps. Swaps don't taste like the real thing at first, okay? So for example, one of the things I introduce to my clients when they begin to work with me in TSM is I show them a sweet tooth swap, right? It tastes like a Reese peanut butter cup, but here's the thing. It is literally pitted dates dipped in peanut butter. And it tastes like a Reese cup. That's a great sweet tooth swap. Swaps are just that. They're just better options. They sustain you through your cravings. So the second one is swap it till you drop it. The third one is expect to need to cook your food. This is quite honestly, this and sugar is probably the biggest reason why we are where we are as a culture. We want fast and easy, right? Like I hear a lot of people calling us the microwave society. We want rapid weight loss, and when we want to drive through and have our food quick and easy, and we just want what we want, right? Like we don't want to have to slow down. You've got to expect to need to cook your food. Stop looking for food shortcuts every day. Real food will break you from your cravings of wrong food. Real food will fill you up and position you to be able to time your meals in the future. The thing about cooking that you need to know is it doesn't have to be hard. Meals don't have to be elaborate. I lost all of my weight just by making sheet pan dinners. Go and look them up on Pinterest. They're super easy. Bagged salads, right? I encourage you to be reminded about the purpose behind food. The purpose of food. Food is not meant to be a source of pleasure in the way that our world has taught you, right? What you need to remember about food is it is the thing that you need to sustain life. That's it. It's the energy. It's how you fuel your body. The fourth thing, know where you are hormonally and plan accordingly. There used to be an app I would recommend my clients get, and it was called Hormone Horoscope, and it was the best way to track your hormones and how to understand where you are, with your progesterone and estrogen, because I talk about that a lot in the Seeker's Method. It's actually no longer available. But it's imperative that you know where you are hormonally and you plan accordingly. It doesn't matter if you've had a surgery that causes you not to have your premenstrual cycle. It doesn't matter if you're in menopause. Your hormones still ebb and flow. Start paying attention to it. You will not succeed at losing weight if you don't listen to your body. So identify your PMS window, plan for more rest, and have the right snacks available during your PMS window. This is real self-care. Your PMS window is that snacky time before your cycle. And it shifts for you as you age. So be mindful of that. Once you get the sugar and the wrong foods out of your diet, you'll be more in tune with your body and be able to actually discern when you are really PMSing. And just because you've always eaten differently during your cycle does not mean that you can't eat differently now during your cycle. Find a swap that you can snack on and snack on it. I want to give you a salty snack that you can snack on while you're trying to lose weight and you're PMSing. This is going to sound crazy, but all of my clients in the Seeker's Method use this. Get a head of iceberg lettuce, chop it up into little squares, just, little bite-sized squares. Stick it in a bowl and salt it. Because for a lot of us, it's just the habit of reaching in a bowl and eating something like while you're watching a movie. This is a great swap. So find the right swaps and then stock up on those swaps. And most of all, make sure that you are getting appropriate rest during your PMS window. And hydration, because those are the biggest areas that are neglected that cause women to want to eat wrong foods. Right? So make sure you're getting enough rest, that you have the right snacks on hand, and that you are hydrated. All right, so number 5, plan your success by planning your week and your week. So week is W-E-E-K and week as in W-E-A-K. You will never succeed without a plan. You've heard it said that when you fail to plan, you better plan to fail. And to that I add, even in weight loss. So look ahead at your forthcoming week. Make a practice of this. Every Sunday, plan out your week. What's coming up? Identify where you can anticipate obstacles, where you will feel tempted to not eat what you should eat, and plan into those. So plan into your entire week and then plan into your areas of weakness, the ones that you can anticipate. This is a great way for you to ensure your success, to be set up for success so that you're a victor instead of a perpetual victim. All right, number 6, remove the option of quitting. When you stop seeing quitting as an option, you will see the way through weight loss. You only feel like quitting because you've practiced quitting. You won't feel like quitting if you practice not quitting. It will be hard. It will hurt. And you will entertain all sorts of thoughts in order to justify quitting and cheating a little bit, right? Only to have that leading to you quitting again. Resolve this time to be transformed. Imitate Christ. Expect it to be hard. Step into who you are in Him and remove the option of quitting. All right, number 7. See temptation for what it really is. You've got to understand who the tempter is and who's really behind the temptations that you deal with. Understand where the temptations affect you the most, because that's usually where you're the weakest and where the enemy is going to attempt to get you every single time. You become predictable to him. So start anticipating your temptations and where he's going to strike. Wait and get this revelation right now. Weight loss is not just physical. It is profoundly spiritual. I found my way to weight loss success the minute I realized that I was fighting a spiritual battle. I had to leverage spiritual warfare on the daily. I still do. But here's the thing that you need to know about, even, just circling back to temptation. When you are tempted, it's just an invitation to do things the enemy's way. You've got to stop accepting that invitation. Decide now to do things God's way. And that means doing what is right despite. Right? I've got to do what's right despite what I'm thinking, despite what I'm feeling, despite how hard this day is, despite that it's my son's birthday, despite whatever it is. Temptation only exists in your mind. That's the only place the enemy has access to you. You just simply feel it in your body because you've entertained it for so long that it actually elicits a hormonal response. You've got to break free from that. Your flesh is mastering you. It's time to be mastered from the top down. But you can't do that if you keep allowing your flesh to master you. So see temptation for what it really is. Stop accepting the invitation to take the bait of Satan. All right, really quick commercial break for a glass of water, and I will be right back. Hey you, really quick, I want to tell you about 2 things that are currently on sale. If you were one of the few women who missed the opportunity to get in the Seeker's Method when it was open for enrollment at the beginning of September, you still have an opportunity to step into your transformation in this season of your life. Right now, my Proximity Life Coaching is available to you. Normally it's $137 a month. For a short time, I am listing it for sale for $97 a month. This is the single biggest, most popular way that women work for me without necessarily having the big investment. There is a link in the show notes. The other thing that is currently on sale is the Comeback. The Comeback is the weight loss setup. It's the thing that a lot of my clients, they love to go into the Comeback while or if I could talk, they like to sign up for the Comeback in advance of joining the Seeker's Method. You don't have to do it this way. The Comeback is full of such supernatural, profound, spiritual revelations from the Word of God that you can be transformed just in 4 weeks of stepping through the Comeback. So if you are ready for your comeback, I encourage you to take advantage of this sale. All of the links for both of these sales are currently listed in today's show notes. All right, back to the show. Hey you, and welcome back. Okay, number 8. I encourage you, I hope you're really paying attention to these. I hope you can see that while this might just be a free podcast, God has put it on my heart to give you the real things that I normally only give to my paying clients. I'm giving this to you, and this could be the thing that changes your life. You have prayed and asked God to help you, and He's sending you solutions to make you stronger. Know that He's not going to just supernaturally make you skinny, make you, no longer desire sugar. You have got to do your part. He's already made a way. He has empowered you through the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. It is up to you to walk in the power of the Spirit. All right, number 8, practice living a disciplined life. You need to practice living a life where you have a schedule and you have a plan that you practice obeying. So every single day you have a plan for that day and you have a schedule, and that's what you practice obeying. Right? You have meals for that day. You have a meal plan for the week and meals for the day, and that's what you practice sticking to. This is the single biggest difference maker that will have such a profound result on your life if you will just implement it and trust the process. And so as a believer, you are expected, get this, you are expected to be disciplined. Disciplined disciple. It is implied that you be disciplined, not leveraging your flesh, but by leveraging the power of the Spirit. And so that is why you need to lead your life in the Spirit, because you have a spirit of power and self-discipline. So start living and walking in the Spirit. That's what I teach you in the Seeker's Method. Okay, number 9, stop inviting your feelings to your weight loss journey. Feelings are not a reliable source. They're just not. And they are easily influenced by wrong thoughts. They are subject to all of the things that are happening to you on a daily basis. Decide instead to be Spirit-led. And when you don't feel like doing what you should, faith like it. Pray and obey. Take wrong thoughts captive and walk in faith, not by sight, not by feelings. Okay, number 10. Stop expecting weight loss to be quick or easy. Weight loss, it's going to take some time. Nobody ever told me this, and if they would have just slapped me across the face with this memo, life could have been different for me much sooner. And you know, the thing about it taking a long time is it takes even longer the more you keep quitting and cheating. You must begin stacking your successes. You have a choice. You have a choice. Actually lose the weight progressively, slowly, and have it last and have it be lasting weight loss, or get frustrated with the process and the duration of time that it's taking and continue to quit on yourself. If you keep quitting because you're frustrated that you're not there yet, you're never going to get there. So just start sucking it up, doing the hard things, and accept that doing it little by little will get you there. Keep your eyes on not only where your strength comes from, but also your role in weight loss. Nothing about weight loss is easy, but it does get easier the more you practice being responsible with your health, because you are responsible for it. And then actually doing what you should to maintain it or to restore it. So stop giving so much credibility to a number on the scale or food pleasure or whatever it is. Stop giving credibility to a date on the calendar or a number on the scale, and focus instead on number 1, even in weight loss.